What up, it's your boy Geronimo, and we're back again with another video. So this upcoming Thursday, April 17th, we're going to have our Mario Kart World Direct, and that is going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is 6 a.m. Pacific. Sorry for my West Coast folks, Nintendo's doing you dirty again in the morning. But yeah, so that's coming up, and I've kind of been mulling over, since the last video, and of course, just, monitoring when the pre-orders will go live for the Switch 2 and this game, and people are still kind of big mad about that $80 price tag, like $80 US dollars. It made me wonder, could this Mario Kart World Direct kind of tip the scale, maybe change the narrative a little bit? Kind of prove to some people why Nintendo is attempting to charge $80 for it. So I just want to do a quick video, kind of my thoughts on that. I think the possibility is there to kind of, wow us more and maybe show why, they're trying to charge $80 for it, because really, the last Mario Kart games that's come out being like, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, that was a $60 game, of course. And then, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch 1 back in 2017, that was also a $60 game, though that included all of the DLC that came out for Mario Kart 8 on Wii U. So that was like, what was it, 16 tracks, I believe they came with, a couple, some new characters, and some other mechanical differences here and there. Oh, and a revamped battle mode. So while that did seem kind of soon-ish for another full price go at Mario Kart 8, it felt justifiable at the time because, there's a bunch of new content. Unless you just didn't like battle mode in Mario Kart at all, which I mean, I get, but I like battle mode, but yeah. So here, $80. As we do know from one of the last Treehouse segments, the week after, or the days after the Switch 2 Direct went off. So I think it was April 3rd or April 4th. I do recall them saying something on the lines of,
there's more to free roam mode than we're talking about here, yes. So please stay tuned.
Absolutely.
for the dedicated Mario Kart Direct.
And I think they could be hiding a good chunk of not only just like new secrets or things to uncover in the free roam mode, but also it could kind of be like Nintendo's fully realized Forza Horizon take on an open-ended, single player, optional single player. It could be, with friends or just doing your own thing, but, single player content. Mario Kart's never really truly been known for a lot of robust single player content. It's been mostly the same type deal, right? Like play through 50cc, 100 and 150cc in Grand Prix through all the cups, being, like Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, and of course Special Cup. And then, with the DLCs, they've added even more type of cup names to them. But then from there, you would usually unlock like maybe another mode, or unlock mirror mode, or unlock other characters or car pieces for like Mario Kart 7 and 8. And actually Mario Kart Wii, thinking back even that far. And I think DS as well. Like I think like a good chunk of them for like a 10-year period were like that. It's good to kind of have something else to do when playing the game. Like, it's always great to play Mario Kart against friends or, whoever, play online. That's always been awesome, but they have some opportunities here to really set it off in a big way. And then, like, the last time we had really, interesting single-player content was Mario Kart DS. Back in the day, they had the mission mode, which was, you had to use certain characters and cars and, drive through these, these rings on the track within time frame, or pick up certain items, or even do like these weird fight against boss type modes. It was kind of interesting. It was actually pretty cool to think back at that. But we just gotta see what else they have for us. Like we have the largest roster today. I think it's like well over 40 people. I mean, it might even be even more than that. I just can't remember the exact number at the time. But it's like each time I find some new footage of Mario Kart World, whether it be, chopped up stuff from the Nintendo Treehouse presentations, or people in like New York City, or more recently in the UK, I think London, they've had their kind of in-person Switch 2 events where I think you had to sign up months ago, and hope to be chosen to come down and get invited and check out all the stuff. So we've been getting a lot of like off-screen handheld gameplay and off-screen docked gameplay from just people playing it, and it's been interesting. We've been slowly but surely getting a bit more about how big this Mario Kart experience may be. But one thing I really want to see from this upcoming Mario Kart World Direct for sure is I'm really curious about how they're going to do DLC, because I don't think it'll just be as simple as, here's 2 new cups, here's 2 characters, or whatever. I think it'll be like, here's a new region in this world that you can drive around through, and with that region includes, a chunk of tracks. And as we know, or at least for those of us that have been paying attention to the Mario Kart World coverage thus far, when you do your Grand Prix, it's not just, do your race, watch the animation screen, wait for it to load, and you do your next race, so on and so forth. You have your first race, and then from there, you race from that first track or course, and you kind of go cross country a little bit until you get to the next track or course, and you kind of do some laps there, or a single lap, depending on how it goes. So it adds more to the experience of it's part of this big open world Mario Kart game. And I think that's really cool. Now I know that might be kind of like, some people may think, that's filler or something like that. I do believe we're going to see it confirmed that it can be toggled off in this direct coming up. I believe there was something in one of the Treehouse streams called Intermission. And I think it was grayed out. Like in that build, they couldn't really like change it. So I think that intermission menu could be that place where you can kind of transform the actual races into like standard 4 course or 4 track Grand Prix, where you just race 3 laps or however many laps the track has, and go from there. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how they're going to handle the rollout of content in this. I highly doubt it's going to be free, because Nintendo now knows, was it 60 plus million of this version of the game sold, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's like Nintendo's little GTA moment, GTA 5 moment. Just, they've sold so much. So I don't think they're gonna let this go out launching with the Switch 2 and not have, paid DLC. Like, that would be awesome. That would be fantastic. I think that would actually ease the upfront price by like a ton. If they were to do like free DLC or season passes, or maybe even like the Splatoon model, like seasonal updates, in like literal sense of every 3 to 5, 6 months they could do like a big update. And I mean, in the strength of Mario Kart over like really any other of these type of Forza Horizon games, I keep drawing the comparison because it's the free roam, right? But the advantage is they don't have to worry about like licensing actual vehicles or things like that. It's just the Mario Kart world. It's just whatever they think of. Like, you can make anybody a racer. You can make a freaking Thwomp a kart racer, or you can make that what's the thing called from Yoshi's Island? The Pachyderm? The weird elephant with the stop sign? Or not the stop sign, the don't come this way sign. I don't remember its name, but yeah, they could do anything. So, and I mean, I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm just saying, don't be surprised we see some actual characters and some off the wall additions too, just because they can. But I digress on that point. But to bring it back to the main topic in question, can this Mario Kart Direct kind of justify the $80 price? I think it can do it for some, but not everybody, because I think no matter how you slice it, $80 up front is still going to be a lot of money to most people. Even if knowing you're going to get hundreds of hours of gameplay over time in this Mario Kart game. But yeah, I think it really just depends on how Nintendo frames it in this Direct. Keep in mind though, like unless they did go back and make some slight adjustments before, it airs this Thursday coming up on the 17th. But I'm pretty sure that Direct has been cut up and ready before the April 2nd Direct. and before this kind of internet backlash of sorts. I think it's kind of slowing down a little bit because, you know, time is passing, you know, folks are, you know, finding other things to preoccupy their time. You can't be aggressively angry and online for like 2 weeks straight. That's just not healthy. That's just like that's just obsessive at that point. You could be getting your money up at that point. So, but jokes aside, for real. I think it's a good opportunity to kind of do one final push, you know, before like we go through the traditional, you know, official previews of the full game before the launch on June 5th alongside the Switch 2. I'm just eager to see more of the game in an official capacity. That's not an off-screen gameplay. I want to see if the open world is going to have your characters get out of the car and like jump around or something. I want to see if there's objectives like mission modes as you drive around. Do you have like rival races you can do? Are there going to be NPCs you can just pull up and talk to, like on some Diddy Kong Racing? Which they totally should do that, because Diddy Kong Racing Adventure Mode is peak. That's good stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much it with this video. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think this could, are you interested in seeing more, not just, you know, just to see more of Mario Kart World, but to see what they may be cooking with that $80 price tag? Or are you just made your mind, you're like, it's too much, whatever, I'm not gonna get it, or I'm gonna get it and that's that, I'm gonna just bite the bullet. But yeah, again, thanks for watching the video. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's still the main goal. I'm streaming a bit more on Twitch lately. I'm gonna see if I can bring some streams over here as well. But of course, you can find whatever VODs of those streams on the VODs channel, which you'll see at the end of the screen here. But yeah, thank you again for watching. And yeah, look forward to seeing you back here on Thursday for the Mario Kart World Direct. Peace out.